Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Joe, the 50-something Dasher, with another DoorDash daily recap for Sunday, December 7th, 2025. Couple programming notes here. After I finish this video and upload it, I'm going to do a members-only video where I react to a comment that was made on yesterday's video. So definitely check that out. And don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to do Uber. That's going to be my primary gig work tomorrow is Uber because of this challenge, the $250 challenge. If you missed that video, I'll put a link in the description. And then in addition to that, I got another email today about another challenge, and I guess they've been doing this for a few consecutive weeks, but this is the first I've seen about it. This other challenge, $300, $100 for each 10 deliveries that you complete. So I don't know, like I originally was committing myself to 18 deliveries over tomorrow and Tuesday. But if would I be able to take advantage of this other challenge as well? So instead of 18 deliveries, if I commit myself to 30 over the next 2 days, because this other challenge ends technically 3 a.m. Wednesday morning, but I wouldn't be dashing that. So just Monday and Tuesday is what we're talking about here. So if let's just say I did 30 deliveries between tomorrow and Tuesday, would that mean that I get $550 extra? The $250 that I already knew about plus this other $300, who knows? But guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm scared to death. I'm absolutely terrified of logging in tomorrow to Uber and doing Uber Eats for a full shift. I'm just absolutely like scared to death. So you'll want to check out that video for sure tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to take whatever they throw at me. I'm going to take it all. 100% AR tomorrow. I'm doing it. So we'll see. Guys, I'm scared. Okay, let's get to today's dash. Today was busy, and I'm worn out. I'm exhausted. This job usually doesn't like wear me out and drain me, but today was one of those rare days. Guys, I'm pooped here. So right away after I log in, 12:25, 12.7 miles Starbucks. I went ahead and took this, even though it's longer distance, because I don't know if it's going to be, this 6 o'clock hour, if I'm going to get anything else or not. So let's go ahead and take this. And this just took 25 minutes for my 12.25. Okay, 5.25, $7 tip. And okay, so now for the rest of the dash, this is where things kind of get interesting here. And I got this, paper that I wrote down all of my deliveries and the delivery times, and to kind of keep things straight here, because it's confusing. And one of these deliveries, I'll get to it when the offer screen comes up. I don't even know for sure when I delivered that. So let's try to, okay, so I get this $31 order, 2 items from Meijer, 21 from Kroger. Okay, yes, let's do this. There's the 2 items from Kroger, just a couple Rubbermaid, containers. That seasonal one was on an end cap. No real problems finding that. And then I found the other one. That all of that was well stocked. I was kind of surprised. Okay, so then I go across the street to Kroger, and there's my list there. Okay, an add-on for Waffle House. I don't know, as a dasher, that I've seen Waffle House before. That was interesting. I think when I lived in my condo, and gosh, can't, what year was that? That was 2015. Is that right? Yeah, 2015. I think I had Waffle House delivered one time, and it might have even been DoorDash. It's been so long ago. I don't know, but yeah, that was interesting. But this was it was a decline. Okay, so here's my Kroger shopping list. And then this is the okay. So I took this add-on, and I'm not sure when I delivered that. So maybe when I go through these screenshots again, maybe we'll figure it out here. But so I took that. So now I got two Kroger. Okay, this drop off was the Kroger portion of the Kroger and Meyer. Okay, that's at 721. Now I get to Kroger, and you see here, okay, I told you guys this was confusing. Okay, you see here there's two orders. Okay, what happened was I was leaving out of Meyer, that first shopping order, and my phone starts going off. It's in my pocket, and I go to pull it out, and I accepted a Kroger order. And it didn't even see the offer screen. It's like, oh crap. I keep telling myself I gotta work on that. And for the rest of the dash today, I made sure to, like, anytime I put my phone in my pocket, to have like the screen size or the screen side facing my body. Okay. And then I just, every time I went to pull that phone out, I was more careful, just touching just the sides. Cause I hate it when I do that. So I have no idea where this Kroger was going, how many items, the pay, nothing. But normally I haven't had these Kroger orders aren't like the Meyer, where the Meyer sometimes I run them out to Obet's or South Columbus or wherever, maybe even Hilliard. But the Kroger are usually local, so I wasn't too terribly worried about the distance. So okay, so I get to Stringtown Kroger. I'm shopping to Kroger. Okay, and okay, so had some issues on the one. So they ordered something from the deli, and you see, I sent this message at 7:30 that they don't open until 8, and they said okay, just refund. Then there's some these jalapeno poppers. They didn't have either size, so I think that was refunded. Then there's these trash bags, and then I get to the very end, and where I had to like refund the deli. I didn't like refund it until the end of the shop. Um, you see here, I finished shopping at 7:53. So because I had problems on the other thing, so I could have waited 7 minutes and then it would have opened, but they already said to refund it, and I was gonna it's going to take some time to check out with what I had anyway and all this and that. So I figured I better just check out. Okay. And then, okay, so at 8:11, that is, okay, this is the Kroger that I didn't never saw the offer screen. So my wife guessed about 650 was her guess. I guessed $8 is what it would be, and it turned out to be 875. So I won 575 and $3 tip, and that just delivered. I think that delivered like to Beulah Park area, so it was in town, and you saw on the previous screen just like 6 items, so that I didn't get burned on that order that I accepted without knowing what it was. Okay. Um, and then I keep getting that. We'll have to see here when, like, how long that Meyer. Okay, so when did that all start? 6:33. Okay. Yeah, that Meyer customer had to wait almost 2 hours because of all these stacks that add-ons that were added. $6 a hidden tip, Taco Bell, only a half mile. Okay, let's go ahead and add on this. I guess the Meyer's gonna have to wait. Um, and then I drop off at 8:19. I dropped off the let's see. Yeah, dropped off the Meyer. Okay, so I take that back. The that Meyer finally delivered next. Um, but that was still close to 2 hours. 6:33 is when I got the offer delivered at 8:19. Because of those Kroger shops. And I didn't get a pay screen because of it gave me the Taco Bell routing at 8:19. Okay, so that was 31.25. What was and that's the original offer. 18.25 from DoorDash, $6 on the Meyer tip, $7 on the Kroger tip. Okay. So we're done with that. We're all done with all these. Okay. We still don't know when this 1470, but let's leave that here. I don't know when that delivered. Okay. Now here's another Taco Bell, but this one's going out to Obets. Um, I know I was going out there anyway, but I think I was kind of afraid. You see my position here. I think I was afraid that I was going to have to, I just wanted to deliver the order that I had, and I was afraid it was going to make me come back first to get that Taco Bell. I think that's partly why I declined that. Well, plus it says it's, upside down, 625, 8 miles. So, and then, okay, 8:33 the Taco Bell delivers. So $2 and a $5 tip. Okay. Okay, so I guess I had the time wrong here. Okay, so 8:43 is when the Meyer and Kroger stack delivered. Okay, there's where I messed up. Sorry, folks. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was over 2 hours for for the Meyer order. Okay, so that Meyer finally it delivered at 8:43. So I messed up at 8:19. That's when that 1475 Kroger delivered, and it ended up being actually 15.50 is what that paid. So 5.50 and a $10 tip. Okay, so my apologies, and we solved it. We figured it out here. Got everything straight. Okay, so now I don't have any. At 8:43, now my car's empty. Okay, I don't have anything in the car now. Okay, let's start fresh again. They asked me to switch zones, and there's a $2 peak going on in downtown. But see, because I prioritize shopping orders, downtown zone really doesn't have that good of shopping orders. I mean, they have one Kroger, and then basically you mostly just got like the dollar stores. So that's why, in my zone, I got Target, I got the Meijer, two Krogers, Aldi's. See, downtown zone, that's why I, take so many shopping orders into downtown because of that reason. So, no, I didn't take this option to switch. 1025, 8 Mile Bob Evans and Panera decline. That one customer is going a little bit too far south. So a minute later, I get something that's paying slightly more, about the same miles, and I only got to go to one place. So I'll take the Dollar General. So it's going to be, I get this done quicker than I would have got the other one done. I get to the Dollar General. It looked like it was closed at first, but it was open. And this ended up being trickier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you just got milk and orange juice, some maxi pads, and deodorant. I mean, I didn't think this would be hard, but the milk had to be substituted for a half gallon, and I don't know what the deal was with this Degree deodorant. What I picked up was Degree men's deodorant sport twin pack. All of that wording matched, but when I scanned it, it said I had the wrong item and said that what I scanned was something different. How many different kinds of Degree sport twin packs can you have? I mean, it's just so stupid, guys. I don't know. So I substituted with what I had. I mean, it had to be close enough. Delivered at 9:09. It's a little over 20 minutes. $6 and a 4.50 tip. Okay. The Giant Eagle pickup and then a McDonald's, $15. But look how far away that, and I don't know, that might be some kind of country home or something. I didn't like the looks of this, so this was a decline. Here we go, $24, 7.5 mile Aldi's. Gotta shop 33 things, but let's do it. And then here's the list here. The couple tricky things. I think this is a first. I don't remember ever having this before. You know, like when you shop meat, even though you found the item, it still has you send this automated message, goes to the customer. I found the chicken thighs and total weight's 5 pounds. And this automatically gets sent. If the customer does reply, they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And every time until today, the customer said refund. There was nothing wrong with the chicken thighs that I could tell. The only thing was originally they wanted, I think the customer put in 4.5 pounds and this was 5. I mean, but that was the only thing. So I don't know if, well, maybe they just changed their mind and didn't want the chicken anymore. I don't know, but that was just kind of weird. And then I finished at 9:36, the shop time. So what is that? 23 minutes for 48 items in an Aldi's? That should have taken at least a half hour. I blasted that out. Okay. And then, so 10:03, so a little under an hour for my $24, 10.50 and a 13.48 tip. So sweet. Not interested in this. $22. The one customer is east of downtown, so not interested. That took me down to 52% acceptance rate at that point. Same thing here, $24. It's pretty similar offer, so decline. Here we go. I'll decline these $20 orders. Give me a $5 order that's staying in my town. Okay, here, boom, I'm on it. I'm over by the Broadway McDonald's. I got to go to Stringtown. That's the only kind of bad thing about this, but still 15 minutes. The customer was just down the street. Well, you see on that offer screen, they're just down the street from the McDonald's at another business. So once I picked it up, let's go down like one traffic light, boom, 350 and got the tip right here. There it is right there. Appreciate it very much. $12 4 mile Kroger, 7 items. Let's go ahead and do it. And I think this was easy. Here's my dad's. My dad, Denny Moore beef stew. He probably had 100,000 cans of that in his lifetime. 7 minute shop. He's there. It is right there. There's that beef stew. It's funny. Since he's passed away, I've only ate it myself, just as like I don't know, maybe a couple times in the last 20 years. I don't know why I don't eat it any more than that in remembrance of him. It's good stuff. I like it. Delivered at 10:51. 24 minutes for $12. $6.25, $5.75 tip. Okay, $41 offer here, but okay, check now right here. I had to take 2 screenshots of this offer. That doesn't look too horribly bad. The 2 Meyer, 39 items. Okay, let's get to the rest of this here. 159 items from PetSmart. So, okay, this chances are most of this could have been like live crickets or some kind of live food for other pets. That's a very strong possibility, and that's what I would suspect. But you can't, guys. At least me anyway, I'm not going to chance that, okay? It could be, you don't know. And it'd be nice if you could click on that and see, but you can't. So I don't want to chance it, and, I don't want to, I'm not the type of person where I would accept it, I'll accept it, and if it's not, if it's some super large quantity, I'll just drop part of it, 1 or 2 or all 3 of those orders. I'll just drop them, and I'm not going to do that. If it's kind of questionable. And plus, there's a lot of driving involved with this too. So 5 stops, 21 miles. Who knows how long all this would have taken. So I just didn't think this was a good offer. Declined it. Here we go. This is $11.50. This is paying a fourth of what that other one did, but it's like 5% of the work. I'm staying in zone, and I'm only shopping 4 things. So yes, this is much better than that $41 order. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, the guy that helped me with these energy drink cans, he was surprised that what, like this orange monster drink, that it scanned. So that's what I got. But he said that wasn't this right here. He said it was a completely different thing. I don't know myself, me personally. I don't, whatever this is, I don't drink that. I drink a few other monsters, but not the orange ones. So I don't know. I don't have any knowledge about those. 6-minute shop. And so 25 minutes, $6 and a $5.50 tip. Okay. Now, okay, so we had in the beginning of the dash, we had that stretch that kind of got all confusing. And then the end of the starting right here gets, hectic. So I had a hectic start. Then that middle stretch, I was doing 1 order at a time. Now a hectic stretch again. 34 let's just say $35, 11 mile, 2 mile orders. I went in and took this. I'm not scared of the 62 items. And an add-on, which which I declined this because that's, I already got, what I say again? I already got 62 things to shop for. And then, no, it's going to be too many items, and that's going to downtown. Okay. This was a pretty even distribution of items, so I had to pull 2 shopping carts through the store, so kind of sucked. And this was kind of tricky. There was some substitutions, and I kept the list wasn't organized well in the app. I kept having to go back to certain areas and passing things and having to go back. And um, here's an add-on. This 1539 Kroger, 22 things to shop, only adding 3 miles. So I went in and took that. Okay. Then another one, and I took this as well. 1750. Okay. 5 miles, 11 items. Let's go ahead and take that. So now I got 4 shopping orders. Okay. Here's the, okay, so I finished shopping. It looks like I didn't get or wait a minute, or did I? Okay, yeah. So I arrived at Meijer at 11:27, and so this took 33, 40, like 51 minutes to shop that. And that's, 51 minutes, 62 items. I mean, that's about right. Because I was talking to my wife when I pulled in and parked, and she said, call me back if you get. She had to be at work at 12. She's like, call me back if you get done before 12. And I was like, no, this probably take about an hour, to shop this. So, have a nice day at work. Love you. Bye. And said, like I said, it took 51 minutes. Okay, I already got too much on my hands right now. These 4 orders, not messing around with all these. Okay, decline. Okay, 1242 was the first Meijer drop off. Okay. Then I get to, now these 2 Krogers, this was 2 different Kroger. Okay. So I get to this first one, I think was the Hoover. Okay, 31. Yeah, so this is so this 1202 offer. I get to the Kroger at 1247. Okay, and then another add-on. $5 Jersey Mike's adding 0.6 of a mile. Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Finish the shop at 121. Okay, so that was about a little over a half hour. So that was about right. You see the 2 things from the deli. I went straight to the deli first, and there was nobody there, so I was able to get those. This the customer, and this ended up being my last delivery. But this peppermint stick ice cream, it's like the 3rd time I've gotten that in an order, and I can never find it. I always go down the ice cream aisle first, and it's not there. And then this time I checked all the end caps in the freezer department on both sides of the aisles, and I did find some other velvet ice cream on an end cap, but not the peppermint stick. So I don't know. I don't know why this can be ordered, but it's never in that store. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we got that shopped. Then I pick up the Jersey Mike's, which Kroger was so busy that my car is actually parked closer to the Jersey Mike's front door than the Kroger. So I put the order in my car, shut the trunk, and then just walk over and pick up the Jersey Mike's. And then that delivered 6 minutes later. So $2 and a $3 tip. Okay, so Jersey Mike's is done. Another add-on. I've already got enough here to work with. So decline. Little $5 Applebee's decline. $6 TJ's decline. Just let me deliver these orders. Okay, 137. I delivered the other Meyer order. Okay. Okay, so there's that. We can close that out. Okay, and it was not $34.85. It's actually $38.35. So that was $19.50 from DoorDash, $11 on one of the tips, and $7.85. Okay, so now Meyer is delivered. Okay. Now we get to, and that second Meyer was just like 2 blocks from the Stringtown Kroger. So now I go to Stringtown Kroger. Here's my list for that. Okay. Another add-on. No, I'm not. I didn't even know like how much money I was even going to be at after these deliveries. I'm losing track, but I figured I was probably over $200. I didn't know for sure, but I was pretty well sure. Decline, another $6 Kroger decline. Okay, finished at, so this just took me 11 minutes. And I get up to the checkout and red card decline. Okay, so great. Thank you very much. The self-checkout cashier, I ended up doing it like 3 times. She kept thinking, because I got flagged a minute earlier, maybe bagging the stuff too fast or whatever. She thought it was being declined because of the machine, but I don't think that was it. I tried it 3 times. It wouldn't go through, so I had to pay with my own credit card. Okay, so great. Okay, and then I selected pause orders after delivery at that point. I gotta deliver these 2 orders, and then I gotta call DoorDash support to get this reimbursement. Okay. 209 is the first Kroger. Okay. So it's not that offer screen. Yeah, it was this one. So instead of $17.50, it ended up being $18.25. 625, and then a peak was in place at that point. $2 peak, $10 tip. Okay. And then then finally at 218. Now what was nice is this last one delivered next door. So I delivered the one Kroger, then I delivered the other one you see here at 218, and then, pause. And then I was just able to, come home, park in my garage, and call DoorDash support and then be done. $8.25 from DoorDash, $2 tip, and then $7.14 tip. And now the automated agent, AI, said that I could process reimbursements like through the help section of the app. And she tried to walk me through it, but I didn't see any of these menu options that she was rattling off. Maybe it's because I'm an iPhone and that's on Android phones. I don't know. But Yeah, when I clicked, now my dash was on I hadn't technically ended the dash yet. So when I hit the help menu, there's only just a few things in the menu and nothing like what AI was having me look for. I didn't see that. So they, transfer me to live agent. While I'm on hold, I ended the dash, and so now I'm not on a dash, and then and went back into like the help menu again, and again I couldn't see anywhere where I could, without an agent, like process a red card decline reimbursement. I couldn't see. I saw like a menu option in the help section for red card declines, and I clicked on that, but it was basically just like information. It's like an informational thing in the help section. So I don't know. Whatever they're talking about, I didn't see it, and through looking around. So I got an agent, a live agent, and basically just did things the way I have been doing them. They send me an email and I reply back to it with the receipt attached, and she had me on hold 3 or 4 minutes while she looked at the receipt and everything, and then gave me my refund. So and that, folks, that is it. We got through this. Okay. So 16 deliveries for $217.22. Only drove 95 miles today. So yeah, just imagine what it would have been if I wouldn't have took that very first order of the day. Heck, I could add $200 with only like 80 miles or something. Um, it was it says 8:16. Well, the pause, that's right. So it was 8 hour and 23 minute dash. Active 7 hours 53 minutes. It's just not even a half hour of downtime. It's crazy busy. Now at 5,955 lifetime DoorDash deliveries, and AR raised up to 52%. And folks, that is it for today. Again, be sure to check out tomorrow's video. Members only videos coming up here in a few minutes. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you at the next video. Thanks again, guys.